just check something. Hello? Yeah, it's working fine. Ah. Let's see what we get this here. There we go. Right. Good evening from a lovely Le Mans for the inaugural ARC Championship, the 90-minute race at Le Mans. 8.4 miles, 13 kilometers in total. We've got two categories. Oh. It's too early to start. What time are you starting, like? Well, put some practice in. I take it the race starts in 10 minutes. Oops. Oh, X30, okay. No bother. I can just talk about qualifying. Right then, so let's just talk to you about the drivers in the field. We've got 6 drivers racing in the GR1 categories. That's the guy that we're looking at right now, PMKZ30. He is driving the Audi R18. His teammate is the inaugural ARC GR3 champion, Dan's 303. There he is, Dan's 303. He's currently in the pit lane. Then you have this guy, the guy that's possibly the the favourite to win this race, Ronald Thomas, driving the Porsche 919, and his teammate is Defiant, who won the Tier B Season 1 championship for the ARC. Trying to figure out which button he could be. Don't know yet. And there is Bulk21 driving the Toyota TS050, and his teammate is Matt Wing. There he is. There too, both of them into the pit lane. So that's the GR1 drivers. Let's just head now to the GR3 drivers. Driving the Nissan, there he is, he's also in the pit lane, is CG2041. And his teammate is Kobu, which I believe he's got a different paint scheme. Oh, livery. That's okay. They're both driving Nissans. That's all fine with me. Then we go to the McLaren 650S, where we will find ERA Vopsy. Although it says on here PG Vaporo. Hope I've said that name right. That's actually quite a nice livery, must admit. And his teammate Singed Skies. I hope I've said that right. If I haven't, I do apologise. Then we go on to this rather lovely looking BMW. Look at that. Oh, that is a lovely looking machine. The BMW N6 there, driven by the Black Biscuit, the Canadian, who does make some rather incredible liveries, if I say so myself. I am a bit jealous of him. And his teammate is this guy, Alex Rogers. Some may say considered the favourite to win Season 2 of the GT3 Championship for the ARC. He did have quite the stare in the last 2 races, won them races quite comfortably, missed the race as well. First race was a little bit awkward for him. Started on the pole, and then by the end of the first corner went down to 6th place, and then, oh actually he was down to last I believe at one point, got involved in a first lap corner scrummage, and then worked his way up into 6th position, then missed the next round of the championship, which I believe was at Nürburgring, and then just completely dominated the next 2 rounds at Santa Croix and at Auto Maggiore. So watch out for him for Season 2. And the last team is the Chevrolet Corvette GTE, driven by Lateral. Oh, he's sponsoring Jeff Gordon. That's nice. That's good to see. That's really good to see there. Lateral G. Oh, careful there. Nearly took out there by Dan's. And Percy. But I don't think Percy is out on the track yet, is he? No, he's not. I'll actually look at Kobu. So here we go. They did qualifying, I believe they did qualifying yesterday, and for the GTR1 qualifying, it's no surprise, Ronald Thomas was the pole, a full 3 seconds quicker than the guy in second place, which is his teammate, Defiant 195. Oh no, sorry, take it back, sorry. Dan's is the pole position, with a 3 minute 21.304, and he was 6 tenths faster than Ronald. And then third place was Bulk with a 3 minute 22.850. Then Defiant in fourth, 3 minutes 24.063. Fifth was PKMZ in the second Audi, 3 minute 27.870. And in last place, Matt Wing there, just shy or just over 7 seconds off pole position. Go into the GR3 results, and I'm looking here that CJ will start on the pole for the GR3 category, 3 minutes 56.539. Kobu will start second, 3 minute 56.817, so it's a Nissan front row. Lateral G, 3 minute 57.505 in the Chevrolet, just looking at him right now. Fourth place will be Vopsy, 3 minute 58.320. Fifth place, Alex Rogers in the first of the BMWs, 3 minute 59.835. Oh, he's just crashed there. Well, let's look at PKMZ, who's just stopped moving as well. But his teammates keep going. On you go, Dan. Look at him go there, pushing the car. He's actually approaching one of the worst corners on the track here. That corner right there. One of the slowest corners there. Anyways, back to the qualifying. Sixth fastest was Percy, Lateral's teammate, 4 minutes and 5.373. The Black Biscuit in the second of the BMWs, 4 minute 5.964, and starting last, just 1.2 seconds off the guy in sixth, Singed Skies, 4 minutes 7.111. So that is how they will look for the 90-minute Le Mans race. Look how committed Dan's is through there. Absolutely committed. If anyone watched the GT World Championship there, if you saw TRL Lightning driven that Red Bull around that part of the track, absolutely flat out, fully committed. Such a sight to see there too, and I think Dan's tried to replicate it as well. Lateral says, I'm excited, boys. So am I. I'm more excited than watching a Formula E race, man. For those who are wondering, I'm commentating, by the way. This is my Savaloy, the guy who failed miserably in the GR1 category. And normally the commentators are Lateral G and Kobu, but they are both racing, so, you know, good luck to them. It'll be interesting to see how they go. Also, as well, big congratulations as well to Kobu, because he came first in his manufacturer series. So not only is he a great commentator, he's a great driver too. So, you know, you could watch out for Kobu in the future here. He could prop up a surprise or two if he decides to race in Season 2. Dan's there just trying to weave the tyres there. There's a Porsche right behind him. Is that Defiant? Nope, that must have been Thomas, who is sitting in 7th position. There he is. Look at those eyes there. Yellow flags then at the first chicane. That must have been PKMZ. I think that's off the track. Yeah, there he is there. You see his car stricken on the end of the chicane. Ronald Thomas, one of the big stars in the ARC community. The power of Eurobeat flows through me. Just to note there, if to the people that are watching this, if you want to pop a question in the comment section, I will look at it, and I'll try and answer it as honest as I can. Hopefully GT Sport related questions, nothing else, or like, oh, do you want to play Fortnite or that? Because, you know, that's irrelevant. I'm doing this race. So the race is just about to start, by my calculations, in 3 minutes. So let's go back to Wopper. He's also approaching the last sector of the track. Ooh, a little kiss with the wall there. Don't want to be doing that in real life. If I do recall, there will be damage on. Penalties are going to be very strict around here, particularly at where the first at the Tetra Rouge. That's going to be the corner to look out for, because if you shortcut that corner or even clip too much the curb, you will get a lot of penalty. Like Wopper there just completely shortcutted that bus stop and that one. Does he end up with a penalty? No? Okay, that's alright then. Everyone's just out onto the track there just to see. We've got all 14 races here. Bulk still in the pit lane. Some guys opting to go for soft tyres, other drivers opting to go for medium tyres, so interesting choice for there. Don't forget it is a 90-minute race, so strategy will be critical around here. And Lateral has stopped on the exit of pit lane. And there's his teammate Percy off into the gravel, which I believe that is the Dunlop gravel. I believe that's at Dunlop. And yeah, sadly not getting out of the car. You can make a nice sandcastle out of there. Meanwhile, Ronno has got a 0.7 penalty there. Oh, well, maybe he's human after all. Kobo goes for a little spin. Meanwhile, we've got some bit of racing going on here. Look at this. Matt Wing, Dans, and Ronno in it together. Look at this. Audi leading, Toyota second, and Porsche sitting in third. Let's ride with this, actually. Riding on board with the bumper cam. And Matt Wing just lets Ronno go through, and now he wants to hunt down Dans. Oh, and he's got another penalty. Calm it down with the penalties here, Ronno. Look in the mirror, look in the mirror, top centre of the screen. Look at Matt Wing getting a huge run. This is what it's going to be a lot of, especially in the first few laps there. The slipstream is going to take huge effect here. Oh, they're both going off. Whoa, whoa, hold on to her. Whoa, hey. That's amazing. Well held. Absolutely well held there. And now looking at the bumper, the roof cam. CJ saying there to Percy, they're carrying too much power and weight. So he's got to change that in the menu section, the BOP, I believe it is. As Ronno catching up on Alex Rogers. If you do want to join us, if you want to join this friendly community, it's no harm to ask. You just need to get yourself a Discord, find the ARC app. You could message me. I'll try and add you through it or whatever. And you know, you'll be welcome to take part in some races. They're going to put you through a rookie race to see if you're worthy enough to, or if you're good enough to race in it, which I hope you are. If anyone new that wants to take part in it, we should be going here. It says here 7:30, so the race should be starting. On my laptop here, it does say 19:31, so by my reckoning, we should be racing. Let's get out of this bit then. Oh no, that's a new line there. That's really not backing out the throttle there, wasn't it? Meanwhile, looking at Alex there with that I love that livery. It wouldn't surprise me if the Black Biscuit did that. It would not surprise me one bit. Just seeing Alex Rogers' fastest lap so far. His best lap so far is a 3:59.4. .048. Where was that when compared to qualifying? We've got a... Better put it on my YouTube as well, just to see the questions. Hopefully we'll get to see some ARC races competing and watching this. If so, hello, how y'all doing? I think we're just about getting ready there. CJ posted in the chat, can I get an eye from every player? We're ready to do this 90-minute beast. Alex Rogers for qualifying, that was a 3:59.8, so he went 8 tenths quicker than his qualifying. Looks like everyone in the chat is about to be ready to start this 90-minute thriller. Lemon Pen, how you doing, Lemon Pen? With the oi oi. Surprised you didn't say Savoy on the end of it. That's who I am. Please serve immediately off the racing line. So you don't want to serve a penalty at the Tetra Rouge corner because it will absolutely hurt you. Down on the straightaway. Oh, look at this. 8 people watching. Jeezy Pete, Sean. Stop getting nervous, man. I think we are just about to get ready. It's actually quite roasted in my bedroom and I'm not even got the heating on. And I'm sweating already. And the race hasn't even started yet. What's this all about? Kobu just casually lines up towards Alex and saying, look, I'm going to beat you in the TOA Championship for Season 2. Here we go then, the final is about to begin. 90 minutes of green flag racing is about to start. Hopefully, they'll have the qualifying right, because I did say it. And I think he has got it completely right. Dan's on the pole, Ronald second, Bulk third, Defiant fourth, PKMZ fifth, Matt Wing, the last of the LMP1 drivers. Here we go. Sorry for the GR3 drivers, didn't have time to see it. As the cars will take off for a rolling start and we are about to get this going. And it's about to start now. 90 minutes, we're underway at Le Mans. Into the Dunlop corners completely up. Look at Ronald already trying to catch up to Dan's there. Lots of eyes there flashing. Oh, and Dance is gone. Dance is gone. Has he just been disconnected? Oh, and this. Oh no, this is a test. I'm sorry, this is a test. Of course, I thought he was disconnected. Brilliant. Yeah, this was this was just a test race. I completely forgot about the test race there. I do apologise. Sean, you're fired for commentating already. Oh, I tell you what, that's a good idea, Alex. I might need a whiz as well. Oh no. Let's see any comments in the chat then. Eldorado Dragons say ARC for the win. Well, they are all ARC drivers, so of course they're all going to win. Nathan, Mrs. Ventures. Hey Nathan, how you doing? It's not no, Nathan. No, it's not a case that we got trolled. I got trolled. I completely forgot. They always do a test start at the start before they do the actual race. So the race will start in 3 minutes, and I will spectate. Who's that? CJ will spectate on him. Oh. Lateral, if you do watch this commentating, Dunny you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Lemon Pen wants to see his boy, CK. Let's see where he is then. Where is CK? CK, don't you mean what? Oh, PK, my bad. CK, there he is. He stopped. I don't know if he's trying to get through that little barrier there, but yeah. Oh fudge! I forgot. Did I? Oh, good. Yes, well played. Well done, Lateral. Oh, I've noticed there, the PKMZ's got front end, right suspension and engine trouble. Happy days. Oh, Lateral. Yeah. Yeah, you're making me flush. I feel like my throat's going already. Hello to the 7 people that are watching. Hope you're having a good day. I'm certainly nervous, I'm not going to lie. But it's going to be fun. I have to say, look at them donuts there. That is a sight to behold. Look at... Oh, he's hit the barrier. Oh, that's another tyre barrier. I think we're just about ready to go. Oh, we got up to 10 people there. How we doing? Thomas! Where have you been, man? Where have you been, Thomas? We miss you. Get back racing with us, man. Phallus Fury, hello, how you doing? Here we go. I'm definitely ready. Hope you are as well, because, you know, you're going to have to sit on the edge of your seats, because this will be a slobber knocker. Here we go. 7 seconds. Holy fudge, we've got up to 12 people. This is the most I've ever done for broadcasting. Here we go. Take 2. This is definitely the race now. The ARC Le Mans 90 minutes endurance race. Stands on the pole. Now, where's Thomas? We've got 13 people. Where's Thomas gone? Thomas should be second. Back out. Go on, you have to back out. Oh, this is going well, isn't it? We've all got to back out. Here we go again. Well, Defiance got an easy win. Percy in second, the Black Biscuit in third. Oh no, someone else has lost. Trust me, this has never happened before. I mean, you know, ARC quite new, I believe, but you know, this is the first time we've had technical difficulties. Right, come on, Defiant, what you doing? Get out, make it. Something going on there with Thomas's connection then, or what? Apparently he was in there, but he wasn't classified. Better go back and spectate mode there. Right then, we're hoping for a take 3. I'll just save my voice until the race actually starts. Because I feel like my voice is going already. We haven't even started. Right, hopefully that'll be all cars going out. Are we all good? Ronald is in the pit lane. I'm keeping an eye on Ronald. Yeah, Dan's is right. Take 2. Right, let's do the intro again. It's the ARC Le Mans 90-minute multi-class endurance race. Dan is on the pole. Thomas in second. Balk is in third. He's in it this time. He's in it this time. That's a good start there. Defiant 4th, PKMZ 6th, and Matt Wing completes the LMP lineup, LMP1 in 6th position. Have we got everyone at the back? Cinch Skies at the back of the field, so yes indeed we do. Now don't forget, Sean, this is not a test race, this is the actual race itself. Here we go. Lights out, away we go, and 90 minutes is underway. Kobu already challenging for the lead in the GR3 category on the inside of his teammate, and it looks like Kobu's going to get the job done here already, going into the Dunlop S's. Back to the GR1 category, and already Thomas looking really stalking the back end of Dan's as we're approaching this tricky corner coming right up. You don't want to shortcut it a lot, because this will give you a long penalty, especially coming down here towards the straights, where these cars will reach speeds of up to 200 miles an hour. Watch the slipstream go into use. On board with Dan's, you'll probably see maybe behind second place Thomas. He's just going to stick into the slipstream behind Dan's, possibly trying to save fuel in the process. Dan's getting a little loose on the exit of the first chicane, and they're heading down towards the Mulsanne Straight. Yep, Thomas is already playing a game so far. I thought I'd expect to see some overtakes in the GR1 category. Not so far yet to be. Bulk sitting in 3rd position. Then you got Defiant, who is in 4th. Matt Wing, who's gained a spot, I believe. He is in 5th. And PKMZ all the way down in last place in the category, 6th overall. CJ has took back the lead. Oh, and look at Lateral G. Look at him go. He's going to make a move, going to the inside, approaching the 2nd chicane. Lateral G will take the lead in GR3. CJ again loses the lead there. Oh, nearly contact there between teammates, just to make good friends there. And Lateral G, normally the commentator for the ARC Tier A category, along with Kobu, are battling for the lead, along with the guy who runs the ARC, CJ. Alex Rogers there sitting in 10th, possibly playing a game already, trying to save fuel, save tyres and that. Voppy in 11th place, Percy sitting in 12th. Then you got the Black Biscuit in 13th, and in last place, Cinch Skies in 14th place. Meanwhile, I believe Dan's is pulling away from Thomas there. We did see it at 0.3 of a second. It's now gone up to 1.2 seconds. I believe the Porsche is faster than the Audis, but the Audis have got such better brakes. In all my times I've raced on here, I've always raced either the Audi or the Peugeot. I've never raced the Porsche or the Toyota. So I don't know what to comment about that, as Thomas just kisses the wall there. Look at committed Thomas is around here. Oh God, a completely wide lane there for Thomas there, and again he's all over the back of Dan's here. Battle for the lead. We'll keep an eye out on this as they're approaching the chicanes here. The Vintage Ford and the Vintage Du... Oh, it's in French, I don't know. Anyways, we got ourselves a battle for the lead. Dan's in the Audi. Here comes Thomas in the Porsche. Goes to the inside and he will take the lead. Into the Dunlop curves. Takes it absolutely fine. And this is where you... Oh, and Thomas has got a penalty. What for? That's weird there. I mean, I thought he took the Dunlop curves quite nice there. I don't think he took... shortcut the curbs there, definitely not, but that was quite a bit harsh there. But anyway, no harm, no foul. He served his penalty. Oh, he might get a penalty there. Anyway, side by side, down the straightaway again. The Audi holding its own. Look at that Audi go. Dan's the GR3 ARC Season 1 champion. That's hard for me to say. Is holding the lead off from Ronald Balka. They're having a bit of a quiet race so far in fair, but he is getting a little bit under pressure from Defiant. That Porsche seems to be really fast down on the straights. Let's just see it there. The gap's up to 1.3. No, I take it back. Maybe the Toyota was a bit faster than the Porsche. Didn't know that. Let's go back on board then with Ronald. We'll have a look at the GR3 boys, see how they're getting on, but we just want to focus on this battle for the lead outright. Dan's in the Audi, Ronald in the Porsche. As they're heading down towards the Mulsanne corner. Braking down into second gear, sometimes first. Brake right about here. Don't hit the green cones. Oh, close on the brakes there. That Porsche must be good on the brakes. And yet again, tucking into the slipstream, complete, you know, absolutely stalking Dan's 303. But I tell you what, Dan's is holding his own. And fair play. Meanwhile, back to the GR3 categories, and the teammates are at it again. Kobu and CJ side by side, contact there. Oh, I'll tell you what, the boss at Nissan will not like that to see their teammates making contact with each other. These two were the fastest cars in qualifying in the GR3 category. But I'll tell you what, Kobu, he's doing a great job so far. Now, what happened with Lateral? He was battling for the lead. I didn't see what happened to him, unfortunately, so I can't pick up a replay on it. As they're coming down towards the Mulsanne. Voppi sitting third overall in the GR3s and 9th overall in the race. As you can see there on the top there. There's Lateral's teammate Percy in 11th place. I have to say, that is a nice looking livery. You know, paying their respects to the legend that is Jeff Gordon in NASCAR. Meanwhile, back up front. Oh, we've got to change for the lead. Ronald Thomas has passed Dan's. And I think at this point you would expect to see Ronald just completely drive off into the distance. Pretty much there. Oh, Defiant is in third position and Bulk slipped down to fourth. So something happened to Bulk. Bulk 21 in the Toyota. And now it is a Porsche 1 and 3. As they're coming across the Tetra Rouge corner, taking that corner fine. Like I said, you don't want to shortcut that corner because it will give you a very harsh penalty, and you have to take it ASAP, I do believe. Bulk 11 seconds off the leader. Teammate behind, Matt Wing, you can just see him closely in the background, 6 seconds off. But this looks like it's the only real battle in the LMP1 car, or GR1 cars. I'm going to say that so many times. I just know. I just got a feeling I will. Let's have a look at some of the comments that I haven't been seeing then. Is tuning allowed in this race? I don't know. I don't think it is, to be honest with you. FZY Panda, I'm ready for some physical pain. Give me a pun. There was a close battle in the Chinese Grand Prix. It ended in a tie. There you go. That's a good one, eh? Anyways, let's get back then to the GR3 categories, and still the Nissans are battling out hammer and tongs for the lead in their category. And they're just pretty much the class of the field there. Voppy is nearly 6 seconds off the Nissan's paces here. But also, if they could work together, they could pull away a lot more. If Kobu could work in the slipstream of his teammate instead of battling, then they will pull up a substantial gap over the guy that's in third position in their category. But Kobu just wants to lead it, by the looks of it. You know, no team orders at Nissan, and shuts the door right in CJ's face. Have a bit of that. Oh, CJ with a late mod lunge there. Whoa, that was close there. I thought that was going to be some contact there. They've already made contact in the early laps. They don't want to do it again. I mean, to be fair, I mean, it's good to see them, but from my personal point of view, I wouldn't be battling together, you know. Be smart. You know, just work with each other, just work in the slipstream with that, save fuel, whoever's second in that position. And there, oh, and now you see Lato there I think Lato is starting to close up on CJ and Kobu because they're battling. And he's going to bring Voppy with him. That's third and fourth in the GR3 category. Meanwhile, back to the battle here. Defiant is seemingly pulling away a bit on Bulk. Is Bulk really struggling on those tyres, or is he just having a bit of a problem here? Bulk, who was desperately unfortunate to finish second in the championship last week after being punted off on the 200 metres at the start finish on the opening lap by Matt Wing. Matt Wing knew it was completely accidental, and Matt Wing felt completely bad about it. And now look at them, they're teammates. PKMZ, their last of the runners, in 6th. Already a mere 27 seconds off the leader, Ronald Thomas, who just seems to be pulling away. It's the Ronald Thomas show already, and we haven't even passed 20 minutes of this race. 10 minutes have passed, so we'll give you a rundown. Thomas leading, Dan's in second, Defiant in third, Bulk in fourth, Matt Wing in fifth, PKMZ last of the GR1 runners in sixth. Then you've got CJ and Kobu together, still battling for the lead in the GR1 category. And again, Kobu goes to the inside. This is great racing to see. This is phenomenal. Oh, forget the GR1 cars. Let's just pay attention to this. This is amazing. Kobu back again. They must have changed the lead about 57 times already in 12 minutes. What's going on here? Anyway, CJ down in second in the category. Lateral. No, well, I mean, I'm looking at it there. Looking at that there, they are slowly pulling away a bit from Lateral, who, to be fair, is driving by himself. They're not working in the slipstream. Voppy is in 10th place. Then you've got Percy, the Black Biscuit, Singed, and then Alex Rogers down in last place. Did he make a pit stop? Has he had a problem? Did he spin? Must have. Again, I do apologise, but we did miss that. Maybe Alex hasn't got to grips with the BMW, but you know, just you wait. It's still very early days. There is another 70 minutes to go, so it's not over just yet for Alex. Although he is 46 seconds, which must have mean he might have made a pit stop. Speaking of pit stops, there, Voppy is into the pit lane. He's making an early stop. Is he changing to the medium tyres? Maybe the soft tyres weren't a good option. And now putting the fuel in the car. We'll get to see what kind of tyres has Voppy decided to go on. Is he sticking with the softs? I mean, 3 laps in is pretty early, I must admit. No, we didn't see what tyres he's on. There's a button to push it. I need to look at it. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot about the F12 button. I'm gonna need to push it. Right, here we go. So here we go then. Ronald Thomas there. His best lap, 3 minute 21.267, and that is by far the fastest lap of the race there. Dan's his best lap is a 3 minute 23.941. Defiance fastest lap, 3 minute 25.515. And you got Balka 326. Maybe this is just the lap time, the lap times that they're currently on. Maybe actually. Matt Wing 3 minute 27. And then we look at PKMZ, who's doing 329s. With the GR3 cars pitting, I wonder if... Whoa, hold on there, PK. Oh, now hold on a minute here. There's a bit of a space. There's a bit of a gap between Kobu and CJ as they're heading towards the Mulsanne corner. Yeah, and I think CJ's got back in within the slipstream. They're now pulling away again from Lando. It's up to 7 seconds now. Last time we seen it was about 6 seconds. Lemon Pen, where is Alex? He is currently running still in last position, but I'm guessing that he has made a pit stop since Sky's... he must have made a pit stop as well, because he's gained like 15 seconds or so, unless if Singed made a mistake. Anyways, Alex is the first to be lapped by the GR1 cars. I'm pretty sure something might have happened to Alex. He might have went off the track, or he might have made a pit stop. But he is closing up on Singed quite a lot. But the last time we seen him, he was at 45 seconds. It's now down to 29 seconds. So not unless if Singed has made a mistake, which that's the wrong button. There he is there, the American in the McLaren. Tabuaro, hello everyone. How you doing? And hello there, Hampus, as well. Whoa, Cinch! I tell you what, they make good slides and they keep holding the car together. I mean, great car control again. There's his teammate Voppy, who did make a pit stop, and he's pulling away a lot now on Singed. And he's closing down slowly on the Black Biscuit, who is now the leading of the BMWs. Car looks a bit twirly now. Maybe the tyres have had it. Maybe might make a pit stop there. It's Lateral, the third place guy, into the pits. So I think we expect to see the GR3 cars pitting and the GR1 cars pitting a few laps after. Anyway, in goes Lateral. His teammate goes by. Percy will do another lap. Black Biscuit goes by, putting more fuel in the car. And meanwhile, there is in Skies there. He's just approaching the last chicane there, and he's getting caught there by Dans. And he easily lets Dans through there. Good bit of driving there from Singed, although normally in these type of endurance races, normally the GR3 cars are not supposed to let them go by. The GR1 cars has to work their way through to get by a GR3 car. I believe that's the rule in some cases there. Singed just lost it there. Oh! It's stop drifting. This is endurance race, Singed. What are you doing, man? Confirmation there from Eldorado. Alex crashed into Lato when Lato was ghosted and suddenly unghosted. So that's what happened there. So Alex did get involved in a crash, unfortunately. Yeah, you can probably tell by the scratches there as Alex just... Oh, PKM's, he's got to work a way round on Alex there. Again, Alex, he can't slow down and let them by. And PKMZ passes him cleanly. Meanwhile, back on with Thomas, and he is sort of pulling away a little bit now, up to 3 seconds now over Dans, who just passed Who did he just pass? It was a BMW, I know that. I forgot who it was. The Black Biscuit, that's it. And here comes Lateral G, who's just made his pit stop. And listen to that Chevrolet V8 there. That is a V8 engine, isn't it? That sounds really nice. So then, the guys that have made a pit stop, I believe, are Vopsy, Lato, Singed, and maybe Alex as well. So a few cars from the GR3 category have pitted. I don't think the Black Biscuit is pitted though. But meanwhile, he's in a bit of a battle with Vopsy, who has made a pit stop, who's got the fresher tyres than the Black Biscuit, past the Mulsanne corner. And now it's just going to be a matter of time when Vopsy will make a pass and take 10th place and 4th overall in the race. And here he goes, going into Indianapolis here. And it's a clean overtake there. So Vopsy moves up into 10th, 4th overall as we're approaching Indianapolis corner. That's a brave corner. Get it down into 2nd gear, and then you're approaching the next corner here, which is one of the worst corners on the track. Back again up to 4th, and then down into 2nd gear. Defiant is going to be stuck behind these cars that are battling for position. And Defiant, the TRB champion, who's going to be racing with the big boys in the A-League for Season 2, cleanly gets by there. Flashes the lights to acknowledge them, thank you. And here comes Bulk. Bulk in the Toyota. Flashing by. And then into the Porsche curbs. This is a horrible time. Ooh, that must have been quite close. Let's ride on board with Bulk there. He must be a little bit frustrated being stuck behind a GR3 car. 20 minutes of have went by, and Bulk kindly got through there, but he must have lost a lot of time there being stuck behind Vopsy. And the gap now has extended up to 4.7 seconds. Meanwhile, Ronno has now extended the gap. It's back up to 5 seconds over Dan's. 3rd is Defiant, Ronno's teammate. 16 seconds behind Dan's. There he is. Stuck behind Percy, who's running 3rd overall in the GR3, going out for another lap. Meanwhile, there's Lateral G. And has the Black Biscuit made a mistake there? Has the Black Biscuit made a bit of a mistake? Let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah, he's just a little bit slow out of the chicane there. Gets held up with Matt Wing. No, he was just a bit slow. My apologies. I did a replay. I did a replay. Yes. Anyways, the Black Biscuit. Has he made a pit stop? No, I don't think he has. And he's probably struggling for tyres now. So he has to make a pit stop sometime soon. Meanwhile, Alex Rogers is now closing the gap down to 22 seconds now over Singed Skies. Meanwhile, Thomas Ronno has just passed the lead, the 2nd place CJ in the GR3 category. And I tell you what, Kobu has really pulled away from CJ. CJ must have made a couple of mistakes. The gap's up to 6.3 seconds. Now, we don't know if CJ's actually made a mistake or if he's trying to save fuel or saving his tyres. We don't know, but all we do know is that Nissans have not made a pit stop yet. Percy's not made a pit stop. Vopsy was the first to make a pit stop. So I believe as things stand as the way it is, what's the gap between 8th to 9th? It's 37 seconds. So as things stands, if all the GR3 cars make their pit stop, Kobu should be leading, CJ will be 2nd, and Vopsy will be 3rd overall. And then this guy right here, Lateral, should be in 4th position, but he's losing lots of time over Vopsy. It's now 11 seconds, so Vopsy's found something, and he's absolutely going ballistic in this McLaren. back up again with the lead of Ronald Thomas, and the gap is stabilising still at 5.3 seconds. He's just controlling the pace, controlling his lead. Look at him just driving through the fourth chicane and then the last chicane here. Don't want to hit that red rumble strip, because if my memory serves me correct, you will get a big penalty there. But you can see Dan's, you know, in the background still holding on to that second place. Got a big gap over Defiant, who's now in third place. I think they've got to be making a pit stop very soon. It's Defiant has got to be working some lap traffic. Got to pass CJ in the first of the Nissans, and then Kobu up ahead, the leader of the GR3 category. Defiant had a season-long battle with my mate Davey Black. I know Davey from the darts, though, that's why I got him into ARC. But yeah, season-long battle with Davey Black. They had some tremendous battles along the way in Tier B, but it was Defiant that came out defiantly on top. And like I said, he's now going to be promoted into the Tier A series, where he's going to be racing with the likes of Balka, the champion Dans, Matt Wing possibly as well, and Alex Rogers too. So, you know, watch out for Defiant. I hope he does well for Season 2 in Tier A, as he just passes the leader Kobu, 7th place overall. Now, I don't know if it's just me, or was Valka starting to close that gap down on Defiant. We did see it was a bit of a bigger advantage. It's now less than 6 seconds, so... Oh, there's Ruben! Rubens! Ah, there's Rubens. There he is. How you doing, Rubens? Also, a big shout out there to Rubens as well. It was a shame to not see him battling for the championship last week at Auto Maggiore. It would have been thoroughly exciting to see a 3-car battle for the championship, but instead it had to be down to Dan's and to Bulk. But like I said, Bulk's race was already ended there, 200 metres from the start. Meanwhile, Kobu's still leading the GR3 category, still 6 seconds over his teammate CJ. I wish you could help me, for my throat's going, Rubens. I have to say, we're not even half an hour into the race and my throat's going. Let's actually ride on board with Kobu. Again, approaching Mulsanne. I'm drinking the bottle. Oh, he's going off! Oh! Kobu's made a big mistake there in Mulsanne. He must have outbroke himself. And that gap between him and CJ will come down a hell of a lot. And yes, it is. It went up to 7 seconds. It's now down to less than 5 seconds now. So Kobu really losing that advantage there. And he looked at it in complete control. Yes, Eldorado, we'd have loved to see the Bumblebee fight for the championship. Give it a little sting in its tail. Pardon the pun. Anyways, into Indianapolis for Kobu. That must be a sign that the tyres are wearing out. Don't forget, him, CJ, have yet to pit, as well as I think Percy may have stayed out. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, Percy might have pitted, or he might have made a mistake. But anyway, Percy is now down in last, and Alex is now up into 13th position and still closing the gap a lot to Singe. We'll keep an eye out here on Kobu here, just see how he approaches the Porsche curb, see how he takes it. Them tyres must be quite worn now. Taking that absolutely fine. Oh, getting a little bit wide there. You see, he was in the marbles there, so he would have lost a bit of time. Other than that, that's pretty good there. Blue flags there to let Kobu know that a faster car is approaching. That might be Rono again. No, sorry, I'll tell a lie. That's Matt Wing. And Kobu, the first of the leaders to come into the pit lane. Will CJ follow? CJ will follow. So the two Nissans into the pits together. They've got CJ's got a 40-second advantage as PKMZ also is in the pit lane. The first of the GR1 cars making the pit stop. So with that being said then, I wonder if Matt Wing will react to that and pit a lap later. The gap is only 6 seconds between PK and Matt. Where's the car? There he is. There's a Mount Panorama endurance soon. Oh my days, that's going to be quite enthralling there if there's going to be a Mount Panorama. Oh, and meanwhile, Kobu is back out onto the track, and there I see Vopsy. There is Vopsy. He's actually gone into second place overall, but don't forget he pitted a few laps ago, so expect to see CJ close up very soon on Vopsy. But now Kobu is still leading the GR3 category. Vopsy is second, and CJ now in third. Lateral fourth, who's approaching the Dunlop curbs as the Black Biscuit finally makes a pit stop. So I think by my reckoning that's all of the GR3 drivers that have made a pit stop. It's only the top 5 in the GR1 cars that have yet to pit, and Thomas is still stabilising that gap to 5 seconds as we've got 30 minutes done and we've got another hour to go. I like to call Ronno as the Stig of the ARC community because he is just that damn fast. He always, you know, brings his A game when it comes to the group races. I believe the IGTL that happened back in, I think it was Christmas time, I believe it was. He absolutely shone through those races, winning, I do believe, 2 out of those 3. If I remember correctly, he did finish second in that other race, the final race, where he lost out to another fast driver and my ex-teammate when I was racing in the GR1, the Tier A category. G thanks Obama, as Thomas is in the pits. Thomas into the pits. What will Dans do? Dans is going to follow as well. Defiant there, 26 seconds back. Defiant a little bit wide there through there. I wonder if he goes down a gear. But I tell you what, Bulk is catching him. Bulk is really catching him. We did see the last time it was about 5 seconds. It's down to 2.6 seconds. So Bulk is starting to get the bit between his teeth and is closing up as Defiant makes a pit stop. So now the top 3 are into the pit lane. And Bulker looks like he could be coming out and take the lead, but then he'll be passed by Thomas and Dans quite soon. Where is Thomas? Where is Thomas? Is he out? Yes, Thomas is out. So Bulk takes the lead. Thomas down to second, but he has pitted. Dans is pitted and is sitting third. Defiant there in fourth. Matt Wing is just approaching and he hasn't pitted, so I'm guessing the Toyotas has the better tyre wear over the rest of the other GR1 cars. Defiant still in the pits, and PKMZ already made a pit stop. But I tell you what, with Matt Wing staying out and PKMZ that have pitted, I don't know, but this could be a long shot here, but I wonder if Matt Wing will lose out because PKMZ will be a lot quicker than Matt. And I've just got an inkling that Matt Wing will come out 6th overall in this race. Meanwhile, back on board, back with Bulker, his teammate. Let's have an onboard view and let's see the rear view camera, and there you can see there's a little white dot in the background. That's Thomas. He is catching. But obviously don't forget, Thomas is on fresher tyres, Bulker is on worn tyres. Into the second chicane and then onto the other straightaway, and then heading into the Mulsanne. This is when Peter Dumbrick had that terrifying flip at Le Mans back in 1999. Right, over the little kink there. I think this is where Anthony Davidson broke his back in another horrifying accident at the Mulsanne corner. I believe that's 4th gear into 5th gear. And then into 6th gear, and he's actually keeping that gap there, I must admit. That's holding his own, but now you can see the gap closing down. 3.3, 3.2. It's slowly slowing down. But like I said, Ronno is on fresh tyres. Oh God, I wouldn't do an endurance race around the Nordschleife. Please don't. I mean, no, that would not be good. That would not be good. Trust me. Meanwhile, Dan's Free has seemed to have lost a few times there, clipping that curb a bit too aggressive on the exit of that corner there, and he has lost a couple of seconds on Thomas. It was 5 seconds. It's now gone up to 8 seconds though. So Dan's will still come out in second, but he would have lost 3 seconds after the pit stop. And now look at the gap now, down to half a second. And I think Bolka, it must be time to pit, Bolk. It must be time to pit because Thomas is absolutely stalking you in that Porsche, and he's just staying out again. Bolk is staying out again. Was he saving fuel? Is he on the medium tyres? I don't know. I can't remember anyways, but we've got ourselves a battle over the lead. It's not going to be a quick one. Yellow flags there, just came by the start-finish line. We're on lap 11. And we have got 55 minutes to go, so we're nearly half distance at this point. They're coming up on some lap traffic. That's Singed Skies in the McLaren. Bulk's got to get by very quickly. Oh, and makes a little contact with Singed. Bulk knows that he's in a battle and he's got to drive the race of his life to hold Thomas behind for now, but Thomas has just got the better tyres and they're going to be side by side through this tricky corner here, and Bulk had to one ride and Thomas regains the lead. But now Bulk can step in the slipstream, but during having to go wide, he has a half a second penalty. Oh, Stato. Hello, George Rogue. How you doing, man? Hello, how you doing? And Bulk has taken that half a second penalty, and I think he might be just out of the slipstream because of doing that. Yeah, he is out of the slipstream. Normally when you're in the slipstream, it's about a second. He's now over the second, so he won't be in the slipstream. But I do believe that Porsche is a little bit quicker than that, sorry, the Toyota is a little bit quicker than the Porsche. As he's just, Thomas is passing the Black Biscuit, I do believe. No, that's Alex. Yep, Alex there, sitting 7th in the GR3 class. Let's have a look at the lead again, and Kobu is now up to 30 seconds. CJ must have had a problem, because he's down to 3rd place overall, and Vopsy must have pitted as well. But CJ must have had a spin. Oh, look at the damage to the back end of that Nissan too. Someone must have smashed into the back of him, pretty much penetrated like a porn star, and he has lost a lot of time, 3rd overall, but he has lost a lot there. So anyway, it's the two commentators, 1st and 2nd in the GR3s. Go on, son. Go on. There you go. You show them commentators how it's done. Such a quiet engine, that Chevrolet Corvette. It really is such quiet. I mean, look at the gap. Look at the gap there. You can see on the middle left of the screen there. 31 seconds behind Kobu. I think it's safe to say Kobu has got the GR3 race in the bag, and Thomas has got this GR1 race in the bag as well. Although, oh yeah, Bulk is still sitting in 2nd place and is pulling away. But meanwhile, oh, Dan's is catching the Black Biscuit at the worst point of the track. The Porsche curbs again, but he gets by him quite cleanly. Didn't lose that much time. So you go down into 4th gear, you hold on to 4th, and then go into 5th gear, and then into the chicane, where you go down into 2nd gear. Is Bulk staying out? Yes, he is. He's gone out 12 laps worth of tyres. I wonder if he's taken a book out of C. Rubens' book, because we all know in the ARC community, C. Rubens is the master of saving tyres, and I think he's trying to learn off that from Bulk is trying to learn off that. How am I doing, Stato? My throat is already done. Oh, I needed Rubens to help me. I really do. Oh, Bulk running a little wide. The last time he went wide there was a battle for the lead, or lost the lead, and he got a half a second penalty. Looks like he's got away with it this time. Blue flags are being shown there, seen from the marshals. Not unless if Ronald was just past some traffic, which he has done. He did pass Percy. Into the first chicaner. Percy a little bit wide there. It's going to hurt him on the exit. And he's been caught by Vopsy, who I imagine must have made another pit stop. But you can see there as well, 6 minutes and 50 seconds behind Thomas. And Thomas has lapped him twice already. The gap slowly coming down, 1.4 seconds between Percy and Vopsy. But Vopsy's just been passed by Bulk. And now Bulk is just going to get by Percy too. 40 minutes have been completed. So let's give you a rundown. Ronald Thomas there, out in front, in cruise control. Doesn't really need to push. He's just having the race of his life. Bulka in third position, 3 seconds, I believe. What was the last lap there? 3:30 compared to a 3:22. So, you know, Bulka is losing a lot of time there. That's 8 seconds a lap he lost on Ronald. Dan's with a lap time of 3 minutes 25.87 seconds and still sitting third of the world, but he is closing on Bulka quite a lot. Defiant in fourth, 33 seconds behind the guy in third, just passing Alex Rogers there too. Oh, I take it back then, Matt Wing did hold on to that 5th place. Oh, in fact, PKMZ lost a lot of ground there too, 29 seconds. There he is there, kind of struggling in Audi, I must say, as PK. Then you got Kobu, who is just completely in, like I said, in cruise control. Now 41 seconds ahead of Lateral. Lateral's just exit the Porsche curves and just about to start the next lap there, but that is a huge advantage there. CJ, oh, Ronald had a penalty. Ronald had a penalty. Must have passed CJ. Percy and Vopsy battling for, I do believe that's 4th place overall. Percy in the Chevrolet Corvette. Vopsy in the McLaren. Vopsy might have the fresher tyres. Vopsy just needs to show that bit of patience here. Oh no, he's just going straight by. Yeah, he's just going straight by, and in he goes. Lateral makes a pit stop. Hits out his 2nd pit stop. So CJ is now into 2nd place overall. And Bulka stays out again. What is Bulka playing at? In fact, we're going to have to pay attention to this. Oh, goodness me. That was close. that were close. But anyways, now then, but Dance is in the slipstream of Bulk. Here he comes. Let's ride on board with the Audi. How quiet that end Audi sounds too. Anyways, approaching into the first chicane. And the gap is coming down. He'll be touching 210 miles an hour before braking at the 100-meter mark, down into 3rd gear. Yeah, Bulk, you can see he is definitely struggling on his tyres. He has to pit sometime soon. You know, them tyres have probably gave it his elbow, but I mean, he must be carrying a lot of fuel in that car too. Or he must have saved a lot of fuel. Matt Wing into the pits. He was on the medium tyres, and here comes Stans, just rolls by Bulka and into 2nd place. Thank you very much. Oh, and he hits him! Bulk hits Dan's, but Dan's keeps it. Bulk flashes light saying, sorry mate, I didn't mean to do that. You know, just a nice little tap, just to make good friends there. But Dan's back into his 2nd position and is now 7.2 seconds behind the leader, Thomas. Meanwhile, back out at lateral G, he's got his teammate just in front of him, Percy. So we've got the two Jeff Gordon paint schemes. Looks like we're going to have a little battle here for 4th place overall. Vops, he must be quite close by. He's just approached the second chicane, or in the middle of the second chicane. Could be actually Eldorado that Balka's aiming for a one-stop strategy, but I don't know if that could be the right decision. I'm not too sure. Like, I mean, it's a 90-minute race. Although he would have to pit now because we're approaching half distance in this race. Yeah, you can see there on the time remaining 45 minutes and 46 seconds, which means we are nearly approaching half distance. As we're looking at lateral here, it's right on board with lateral. Starting to close up on the back of his teammate Percy. I tell you what, lateral can smell blood, can he? Oh no, look at Percy, he's pulling away. Yeah, that's right there, Eldorado. I think doing a one-stop strategy is not a good choice, I have to admit. I think this race could have been maybe like a 2 or a 3-stop race, but not a one-stop. Looks like that's going to be a good little battle for 3rd place. We'll go back to that in a few minutes time, but meanwhile back up front, Ronalds has now extended the gap up to 11 seconds over Dan, and Dan and Balka has decided to make a pit stop. He was on the medium tyres and he must have saved his fuel as well. I mean, it could be a smart strategy, it might be a bad call, but he might come out behind Defiant in 4th, perhaps. Just looking at the comments there. Anyone else in the chat there? Anyone enjoying this race? Anyone enjoying my commentary? I hope you are, because I am losing my voice minute by minute. He's going to be in the pit lane for such a long time as well as Bulk, but he's got a good advantage over 5th place. You can see a minute ahead, sorry, of PK, who's got his window wipers going. There you go. PK with his window wipers on. He's actually going into the battle between the two Chevrolets. He wants to pass them as soon as possible. Don't want to interrupt their battling, because that looks like a good battle going on. And acknowledges PK, says to them thank you, didn't slow me down at that. And Bulka does come out in 4th position. What's the gap then between him and Defiant is 19 seconds. So Bulk really on the get-go now. Look at his right lights there. They're quite damaged there. That must have been from the contact with Dan's. Matt Wing makes another pit stop. What's going on here? Is that a problem for Matt Wing? That's it. That's probably his 3rd pit stop, and yeah, that's not good. That isn't good to see. So Matt Wing must have had like some kind of problem, at least, because you know that's probably within 2 laps there he's made pit stops. Like watching Eurosport. Thank you, Steel Club. Anyways, just to let you know, we have passed half distance. We have gone by the 45-minute marker. We'll give you a rundown of the top 10. Rono leading, Dan 2nd, Defiant 3rd, Bulka 4th, PK 5th, Matt Wing back out again and in 6th position. Then Kobu dominating the GR3s in 7th overall, but 1st in the class. CJ, his teammate, is 2nd overall, 8th in the main race. Vopsy in 9th, and Percy still holds on to that 10th position, but he has pulled away a little bit there on lateral. His teammate, there he is in the 2nd of the Chevrolet Corvettes. Then it's the 1st of the BMWs, Alex Rogers. I would expect Alex to make so much of a fight, but he seems to be really struggling in that BMW. And then 13th place is the Black Biscuit, Alex teammate, and then Singed running last, 9 minutes and 16 seconds behind the race leader Rono. And he's about to be passed there by Matt Wing, who's running last in LMP1. That's it. That's an unusual way to overtake someone. I think this has been a well-behaved race, and this is what you expect to see in the ARC community. Great racing. You know, this ARC is a big. We're like a family. You know, we're all good friends. You know, hardly any fallouts and that. And if anyone who wants to take or be involved in this ARC community, if you've got yourself a Discord, try and find us there on ARC Adrenaline Racing Community. Also, we have a YouTube channel called Adrenaline Racing Community. You know, if you give us a subscribe, that will be brilliant. So yeah, I hope to see more exciting racings like this. Way ho! Go on, Stinge, do it for the TV. Go on, do it for the cameras there. There were some few photographers back there. They were like that. Anyway, meanwhile, Ronno, I think he's pretty much hitting the self-destruct button, and he is now demolishing the whole field. 18 seconds now ahead of Dan's, who is just minding his own business, really. No one in front of him, no one behind him. He's just having a cool, casual race. Just probably opted to settle for second place overall, barring any mistakes or any penalties as well, for that matter. Defiant is the same as well, just settling for third position. And I tell you what, this will be a good confidence boost as well for Defiant. You know, moving up into the Tier A category after winning the Tier B championship. This will be a good confidence booster for Defiant. And now Bolka is now in fourth position, but the gap is now improved. Well, extended now, 22 seconds it is. How do I like Dan's livery? It's very red. It looks like it's the old. It's like the old Audi livery that from the BTCC, where when they have Audi in the touring cars, they race in red. It's exactly them colours as well, and it stands out. It's really nice. Also, Defiant made this livery for himself and Thomas. Looks nice. Kobu now extending the lead in the GR3s up to 40, nearly 50 seconds over CG. What about this battle then for third? Oh, Vopsy is really pulled away from the... oh, wait a minute, where's Percy? Percy's down in 13th, he must have made a pit stop. Yeah, he must have made a pit stop. Meanwhile, Ronald Thomas has gone through the Dunlop chicane and has got himself another penalty, but he's got plenty of time. Dans is in the pits. Dans is making a pit stop. This will probably be his last pit stop as well. He might be good to go until the end of the race, or he might have to make another pit stop. We don't know yet. And in comes Dan, putting on a fresh set of, could be softs, could be mediums. Now Bolka just exited the Porsche cabs. He could be taking third place here. Maybe, don't know yet. Into the Ford chicane and the other chicane that I can't pronounce. No, Dan's has come out then. So Dan's will settle into third. So now it's a Porsche 1-2. Yellow flags there, did I see? Yeah, yellow flags. Has someone gone off? No, I don't know. Alex Rogers here, we see it again, starting to make his way out through the field, just going through the Indianapolis curve, and he's now 11th overall, 5th in the category. I I think Alex is starting to get the grips now with that BMW. I mean, that is still a lovely looking livery. Pit stop should be happening soon for the GR3 boys, I believe. We're back with Kobu, who has just been passed by, is that Matt Wing just ahead? Might be. No, sorry, Bulk. Gap now going up to nearly 50 seconds. So Kobu has got the GR3 in the bag. Meanwhile, Ronald approaches, or just exits the worst corner on the track. What is that name of the corner that I don't like? What is it? Virard de Arnage. There you go. Arnage. That's what it's called. And then into the Porsche curbs, I believe. Look at this. Watch this. Maybe a quick dab down a gear. It might be fourth gear approaching here. And then take all of the curb there. He didn't go right. He didn't use the runoff area. Go into fifth. Or that might be sixth gear. I don't know. But then down into third. And then down into second. Oh, that could be first gear. And then back onto the start finish line. Let's ride on board a lap around Le Mans with Bruno so I can get my throat back. And that is a lap around Le Mans, and you can see very excitable lap there for Ronald. Had to get by at least 3 lap traffic, 2 BMWs. One of them insisted, Rich, he got a 6/10 penalty as well, trying to get by the Black Biscuit. That was quite a hair-raising stuff. And also hair-raising stuff as well with Biscuit's teammate Rogers at the Porsche curbs too. Went down, slowed down, didn't lose him any time though. I mean, he's still got a pretty, massive advantage there. A couple of guys made a pit stop. Kobu pitted as well. But other than that, it's just a normal day at the office for Ronald. 54 seconds lead over his teammate. And, as Rubens said in the chat there, how fluent he is around those sectors there. I mean, it's just... It's pretty much just watching a master at work. Defiant is in the pit still, as there is his pit crew head out. Dan's will retake second place now. He's just coming across the start-finish line to start lap 18. As we've got 30 minutes to go until the end of the race, so they've raced now for 1 hour. Now then, here comes Bulk. He's just approaching the last chicane here, and he can take third place. A little wiggle on the exit. And now Bulk will now go into third place. Defiant will move to fourth. Let's see PK. PK's just coming into the pit lane. And I think Matt Wing has got everything sorted now. But he is still a massive 1 minute 18 seconds behind as he's just passed Kobu. And let's have a look at CJ all by himself. 10 seconds down, but he has to make a pit stop. Kobu did pit, so CJ hasn't pitted just yet, but he has got 25 seconds over Vopsy, who's their third overall in the GR3 class. 15 people watching. Hello to the 50 people that are watching. Hope you're doing all right. We've got 30 minutes to go until the end of the inaugural Le Mans 90-minute endurance race. Thomas dominating out front. Dan's in second. Bulka in third. Defiant fourth. Then you've got PK in fifth, and then Matt Wing in sixth. Leading comfortably in the GR3 category is Kobu. CJ, his teammate, in eighth. Then you've got Vopsy lateral. And then in 11th place, you've got Alex Rogers, who is starting to close the gap now on lateral, down to 2.1 seconds. Then you've got Persky, the Black Biscuit, and then Singed Skies, who is running last place. But he's still having fun, I'm guessing, in that McLaren, still sliding the car every so often. And I do like the livery on that car. It looks pretty nice on it. Meanwhile, we're looking at the master at work, Ronald Thomas, over a minute lead, and he's heading into the pit lane on what could be his last pit stop. Dan's made a pit stop, so he will close that gap, but though Ronald will have the fresher tyres. CJ's also in what will be his last pit stop. As we're looking at Bolt running in third in the class, 19 seconds behind Dan's, 15 seconds ahead of Defiant. It's going to be interesting to see how Defiant will maybe catch up to Bulk in third. I hope I have said Bulk's name right. If I haven't, I do apologise. It's just like a Scottish term for being sick. Bulk. That's what it is. Oh, Defiant running a little wide there at the Arnage corner. That's what I said. That's one of the most worst corners on the track, and that's why. You know, if you mess it up, you will lose a lot of time here. But obviously, he's got Singed ahead, so again, that's something back. He did lose 3 temps as a result, and Singed just lets by Defiant easily, going through the Porsche curbs. Getting a little wiggle there and then using all of the track there. At least this track is a lot better than what it is on Project Cars 2. The cars will slow down over the rumble strips. How annoying is that? fine, taking that forward chicane very nicely there, and taking that chicane very nicely too there. But the gap is still holding 15 seconds. Meanwhile, looking at Dan's then, so Ronno has come out into the pits. The gap is now down to 21 seconds. But I'm just curious to know if Dan's might have to make another pit stop, because he did pit like three laps earlier than what Ronno has done. Meanwhile, looking at lateral G, he has lost that spot now. He's lost a spot there to Alex, and now Alex is now sitting 4th in the class. So Alex is making a good recovery after being punted off by after being unghosted by lateral there. Oh wow, Dan's there. What was that all about, Dan's? I mean, lateral just went a little bit wide there. I hope lateral was enjoying this, because he said at the start he was feeling he was having a bit of butterflies, but you know, he's doing himself very proud there. Okay, it might be 5th overall, but it's his first time racing in an ARC event, and I think he's doing a very good job. So, you know, lateral, you should be proud there. You should be very proud. Meanwhile, back with Alex now, and he is wanting to catch up on CJ, who's now sitting 3rd in the class. Vopsy is now in 2nd place, but look at the gap, 40 seconds behind the leader Kobu. And pulling away, as you can see. Look at the steering there that Vopsy went through the McLaren there. That was a lot of understeer there, fighting with it. Using all of the curb on the exit. And then he's just going to approach the forward chicane. No, he's going into the pit lane. So Vopsy into the pits from 2nd place, 8th overall. And we look at CJ, who's just exited the Porsche curbs. Dutch guy here, it's pronounced Bauke. So you're pretty close. The the AU is already spot on. Bauke. Bauke. Is that how you pronounce his gamer tag? Bauke. Right. Okay. Alex is in the pit lane in the leading BMW. Lateral is also into the pit lane, and he's on the hard tyres. So that's why he lost so much ground there, because he was on hard tyres and Alex was on soft tyres, and that's why Alex went and passed him. So Bauke is in 3rd. Right, let's have a look at Bauke. I'll tell you what, Defiant is closing up, and Bauke has a penalty, half a second penalty. Which is, oh, did he shortcut that corner too? That looked like he did, and he has another half a second penalty. And he's got to slow down a bit here, and he is doing it before the corner here. Gets a little 2 wheels on the grass. So yeah, the gap is coming down. The last time we saw Defiant and Bauke, it was 15 seconds. It's now down to less than 8 seconds. So Defiant really on the charge. I genuinely thought that the one-stop strategy that Bauke was doing wasn't a good idea. And I think you can see Defiant in the background, who's got a 1.5 second penalty. So that gap there that he pulled has just diminished straight away. Am I saying it right now? Bauke. Am I saying it correctly? Rubens and Seal Clover. I hope I am. God, I can't believe I've done this race for like nearly 70 minutes. This is amazing. 102 comments. That's amazing. Jeezy babes, this is actually quite fun. Hope I take the full-time job as the commentating, by the way. Defiant, not Defiant. Lateral, Kobu, just race. I'll do the job for you. Anyways, looking at the master here, Ronald Thomas, again, holding on to his advantage. 23 seconds now, the lead over Dan's. Bowker in third, Defiant fourth, PK in fifth. Just racing all alone, passing one of the BMWs. That could be Alex or Biscuit. And there is Matt Wing just approaching. Where's that? Oh, that's the onto the straightaway now. And he's got the Biscuit behind, just ahead of him, who is 7th overall in the GR3 category. And Kobu yet again in the pit lane. This is interesting. Kobu, oh, he's made a little bit of a mistake going at the pit lane, but it's okay. He's got a big enough advantage. I wonder if this is just to top off the fuel, I'm guessing, considering there is 20 minutes left on the clock. Ronald the Dominator Thomas. I'd call him the Steak. There's his teammate. Are they reverse liveries, actually? They are, aren't they? That's quite smart. I've only just noticed that. They are reverse liveries. That is quite smart. Yeah, so Kobu's just come out the pit lane. It was just to top off the fuel, put a fresh set of softs on, and out he goes to what will be a historic win for Kobu. And a pretty phenomenal drive, if I must say as well, from Kobu. The steak, I wouldn't mind steak actually. You know, I'm a fat man, I'm hungry like. Don't need to talk anything about food, it will get me hungry. Anyway, less than 20 minutes to go now until this race is finally over. The Dominator dominating the field. Dan's the Tier A champion in second. Oh, Kobu just kissing the barrier there. Bowker in third, the runner-up of the Tier A championship. Fourth is the Tier B champion. Fifth is PK. And then Matt Wing in sixth. Then leading the GR3 is Kobu. The gap now down to 32 seconds. So yeah, it was just a fuel only pit stop. Oh, and also fresh tyres too. Yes, Davey. Yes, Davey. You know the jam pieces. You know the jam pieces. For those who don't know, me, myself, and GTDV Black, who also races in the ARC in the TLB, we played darts together. We were on the same team. And every time when it's like half time, whenever we play at home, I always get jam pieces, which is like jam sandwiches, and nearly talking about a sandwich there. Kobu and Bowker there nearly get it on together. Speaking about sandwiches there, Kobu nearly sandwiched Bowker there. What on earth? So, yeah, just a little bit of a fact there that me and DV Black, we play on the same darts team together. Yep. Doing well, bro. I'm trying. I'm trying. Blue flags again being shown to Kobu. That means that's Defiant coming through. What is the gap now between him and Defiant? It's back to 8 seconds. Let's actually ride on board then with Defiant, the TLB champion that DV Black lost out to. And just blitzed by Kobu like he wasn't even there. Into Indianapolis. And then into Arnage, the worst corner. Yeah, running a little wide there. Good exit though. Losing just a little bit of time there. And meanwhile, back up front, let's see what the gap is now. Nearly 30 seconds. And Rono is catching up with the Black Biscuit again. Nearly had a problem with him a couple of laps ago. Oh my goodness! Oh my! Hello! Biscuit! Heart in mouth moment there for Ronald. It just seemed he never even backed off the throttle there too. It was like it wasn't even an issue. I should have put a replay at that. God damn it, I should have had a replay. Damn. I just looked at the comments there. Ah. Anyways, into the second chicane then for Ronald. My oh my, that was so close. Don't forget, if there's anyone that is not involved with the ARC, you can. So if you have a Discord, check on, look for the ARC Adrenaline Racing Community. If you want to get yourself involved, you can race with us. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, it's just Adrenaline Racing Community. I do believe I have about 45 subscribers to that. So if you want to get them up, you know, that would be greatly appreciated. Let's get back on board then. And I've also got the YouTube on here as well, and I've just looked at the incident with Ronald and Biscuit there. That's 2 moments actually, come to think of it, that Thomas and Biscuit have had a coming together there. Let's see if there's any battles going on. Let's see some of the GT3 boys. Hello, Lateral. Hello, Matt. How are you doing there? Matt sitting in 6th, Lateral in 11th. Let's have a look at CG. I don't think it was actually credited for what CG has done, and Bowker has done ARC. You know, it's vastly becoming to be one of the biggest groups in the GT Sport community, and it shows with such great racers, great drivers in this field as well. And I think, you know, CG should be proud of what he's done. Also, Thomas is in the pit lane. Last of the pit stops here, just a probably fresh set of tyres and a splash and dash of fuel. Let's go back to see it then. 14 minutes left on the clock. And in comes Thomas, so fresh set of soft tyres. And a quick fuel stop. As Dan's actually took the lead. Oh, Dan's is now in the lead. So now, here we go. This is going to make things very interesting now. Dan's is back into the lead. We haven't seen him lead since like the opening 10 minutes of this 90-minute race. So now, Ronald has got the bit between his teeth. If he wants to win, he has to get by the Tier A champion. Oh, Dan's a little wobbly through there. Kept it together good though, but he's going to lose a lot of time. And here comes Thomas stalking his prey. And here he comes. Is he just going to... You know, Ronald can just be a little bit patient. He knows he's faster than Dan's. Thomas has got fresher tyres than Dan's as well. So, you know, Ronald, he can just settle in, save a bit of fuel. And... oh yes, how can I show? Oh, how do you just show the display of Dan's again? Let's see if I can remember that. F11. No, have I pushed that right? No, that's probably the button. My bad. There we go. Oh wow, look at them. They are them soft tires are fudged, really. And yeah, he is on the soft tires. And here comes Thomas. It's just going to be a matter of time. Here he comes. Thomas flashes the lights, plays a bit of mind games with Dan, and just breezes by the Audi like he wasn't even there. And now, oh, contact! Was there a little contact there? Tomo just a little touch on the grass, but they're going to be side by side into Mulsanne, but Thomas has the position, and Thomas is back to where he goes, and Dans has made a little mistake on the exit of Mulsanne, but that's the race right there. Thomas is out in front, and that's, you know, Dans, you can kiss your ass goodbye there to Ronno, because Ronno is just going to romp away. Sorry there, Davey's just messaging me about the darts there. Nathan Aspinall beat Gavin Price. Holy moly. That's good to see. You'll love to hear that. But anyways, back to the race itself, and Ronald Thomas. Dan's making a little mistake there on Arnage. Heading into the Porsche cabs, and yeah, so let's see what other tyres the other drivers are like. Bowker has got a 4-10 penalty, and he's on mediums. Fourth is Defiant, and you know his tyres look pretty okay. They look alright. Meanwhile, PK, his fronts are a little bit worn. Putting the brake on a bit and then just gently powers the throttle into third, up into fourth, and then into fifth. Touch 180, you can go into sixth gear. There you go, just like that. Matt Wing, his tyres are looking okay. Are they good enough to go to the end of the race? Well, possibly. Kobu, you know, look at them tyres there, but he did pit a couple of laps ago. Fresh there. CJ's tyres are looking a little bit worn in Kobu's, but he's going to hold on to second place quite comfortably. Vopsy, I believe he must have pitted at least 4 times, I think. He's sitting third in the class. Most of them are racing with hard tyres. Soft tyres, sorry. Lateral is having softs as well. Percy's having softs. Black Biscuit looks... He's on the mediums there, Black Biscuit, and just about to be passed again by Defiant. Put another lap on him, and Singed is on the mediums as well. Less than 10 minutes to go. 80 minutes have been completed until the end of, I believe this is the inaugural ARC Le Mans 90-minute race. Look at the dust being kicked up there by Thomas there on the grey stuff there. That's just all the marbles being kicked up as he's heading in towards the second chicane. Just about to pass, I believe that was a Chevrolet Corvette. It sounded it, definitely sounded it. And the gap is now up to 8 seconds over Dan. Like I said, Thomas on the fresher tyres than Dan's. Yep, he's just about to pass Lateral. And Lateral moves well out of the way there for Thomas there. Good bit of driving there from Lateral. Trying to get in the slipstream if he can. Meanwhile, Balk having a bit of a problem trying to get by Percy, who is sitting in 6th place overall in the GR3s. Now he's got to be careful here because Defiant still has time to catch up to Bowker. There is 7 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, and the gap between Bowker and Defiant, as you can see there on the left side of the screen, is 6.2 seconds. Bowker made a little mistake, but Bowker is on the medium tyres and Defiant's on the softs. And now that gap is definitely closing. Look at it, 5.6 now, 5.5. Into Indianapolis there, you got to be really brave on the brake. You could be a little bit chicken and brake before going into Indianapolis, or you could be a little bit braver by braking on the apex of Indianapolis into the corner there. I tend to break. Oh, you can see Defiant in the background. Oh, Bowker, look behind you. Defiant's coming. So by my reckoning, I think we could do at least 26 or 27 laps around Le Mans in a 90-minute race. Also want to check up on Alex because, oh no, okay, I thought he was actually catching on Vopsy, but the gap is out to 18 seconds. Not unless if he made another mistake. If anyone is actually watching Alex's Twitch, please let me know if Alex made a mistake, because I thought he was closing a bit on Vopsy, like. Right then, let's have a look then, because it looks like we're going to have ourselves a little battle shaping up in the last few laps of this race, because Defiant is starting to close slowly on Bowker. Defiant on the softs, Bowker on the mediums. Who's going to take the last place on that podium? Will it be the Dutchman or will it be the British? Leave a comment on the section, leave a comment in the live race. Who do you think will get third? Will it be Bowker, the runner-up of Tier A, or the champion of Tier B, Defiant 195? Less than 5 minutes to go. 85 minutes has been raced. Defiant taking a very different line there. I just noticed there. He could have went a little bit more out to the left there. Davey Black there showing a lot of respect there to Defiant, saying, go on Defiant, get in there, showing the TRB boys how it's done. Oh, but noticing there, look, the gap's up to 7.6. Now, what's happened there? Did I notice that Defiant occurred a penalty? Or something like that? That might have actually spoiled the battle, what could have been for the last place on that podium. Eldorado Dragon saying no mistake on Alex's side. Okay, that's okay. Thank you for that, Eldorado. Ronald just passing CJ, second in the class. Ronald Thomas has had a faster lap time. Look at that, 3 minutes 19.745. He's pushing that car now. Look at him go. He is going. I think we're going to have, at least this will be the last lap of the race, I believe. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. This will be the last lap. I think Ronald Thomas is wanting to go for another lap. You can see him pushing very hard in that Porsche there with those soft tyres. He is trying to go for another lap, but I don't think there's going to be enough time to stick a 28th lap in this race. This will be the final lap of what has been an enthralling Le Mans 90-minute endurance race. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, I would have said the same thing too, Davey there. Ronald is like immortal when it comes to GT Sport. One of the top drivers in this community. And, you know, and this race has just shown how he has just completely dominated this whole race. You know, he bided his time battling with Dans early on of the race. When he took his chance, he has took it with every single opportunity, and he has been the star of this field. It was a bit of a surprise that he didn't take pole position from Dans in his Audi, but you know, what can you say? You know, words can't describe the performance that Ronald has shown throughout this 90-minute race. Okay, he's had a couple of penalties along the way, but you know, he is mortal, I suppose. He does make little mistakes, but when he doesn't make mistakes, it's a thing to watch. It's a thing to behold. And Ronald Thomas is just halfway through around this lap, this 8.4 mile track. I tell you what, he's got 1 minute and 30 seconds to go to make another lap, but I think he will just miss out by like 8 seconds or so. 8 seconds or so. He's about to pass, or about to put another lap on the GT leader, Kobu, who for me has been a standout driver too in the GR3 race. I mean, a commentator for the TRE series, and I think he has shown that he is a master driving the GR3 cars, and definitely if he decides to race in Season 2, he could be a threat for whatever tier he's going to be racing in. You know, like I said, Kobu, he did finish first in the manufactured series for Nissan, so he ain't that bad of a driver if he finished first overall with all the other races that race in a Nissan for the manufacturers. 30 seconds to go, people. 30 seconds to go. Can Ronald put in another lap? I say I don't think he can. It's going to be very close, I have to say. But he is giving it absolutely everything here. Even on the marbles, 20 seconds to go. Do you think he can make another lap? He is trying, isn't he? He is really trying. Go on, Ronald, son. Go on. 10 seconds. Can he do it? It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. But he is trying to put in another lap. 4, 3, 2, 1. No, it's not enough. It's the last lap. Thomas absolutely dominates that race. We wait a long time for Dans to come through. What a driver was for Thomas there. And here comes the Tier A champion. Dans will settle for second place. And, you know, a great drive all around from Dans. Unbelievable performance there. Kobu also too wins the GT3 category there. Well done to him. Dans has crossed the line in second place. We now wait a long time for Bowker to come across the line to come in third position. The gap between him and Defiant is up to 16 seconds, so Bowker no under any pressure whatsoever. He's going to take that. What on earth is that line, Bowker? What was that? CJ comes across the line second overall. It's a Nissan 1-2, and the Nissan boss will be very happy with that, even though they did make a little contact early on in the race. Vopsy finished third overall in the GR3. Bowker finished third overall in the race. We wait for Defiant to come along. As we wait for Alex Rogers, he will finish fourth. Good recovery after being punted off late, early on in the race to finish 10th overall, fourth in the category. Lateral G, you know, you could be very proud of what you did. Defiant comes across the line in fourth position. We wait for PKMZ. But here is Lateral. He's going to come across the line 11th overall, 5th in the GR3 category. And like I says, for the guy who had butterflies early on, he should be proud by finishing in 5th position. What's he doing? He's stopping. What's he doing? Like, go across the line. There you go. PK will finish in 5th. Ooh, that was close, even at the finish line. Come on, Matt Wing, get across the line. Top job to Ronno, indeed, Davey. What a drive it has been for Ronno. Absolutely dominated the field. As we're looking at Percy in the second of the Chevrolets to come across the line, 6th overall in the race in the GR3s. And he makes way at the Ford chicane, then this other chicane, the Croissant chicane, I don't know. And across the line goes Percy to finish his race. Solid drive there from Percy, well done to him. And now we just wait for Matt Wing. Come on, Matt, let's get going. Nearly there, almost home and holes, my friend. Black Biscuit is going to come across the line 13th overall. In the second of the BMWs, I think Black Biscuit had a couple of moments there, especially with the leader Ronald, but And here comes Black Biscuit then across the line, 7th overall in the GR3s. And here comes Matt Wing. Here he comes. There we go. And now we wait for Little Singe. Here he comes. Singe Skies. Last ticket. Can he do it? He's got 45 seconds to go. He's got plenty of time to come across the line into the first of the chicanes and then the second of the chicanes. And that's everyone that has come across the line. And that is the Le Mans 90-minute endurance race is finally finished. Singe takes the line in last place. But well done to this guy, Ronald Thomas, completely dominating the field. And that is it. Thank you to everyone that has watched. As you can see, Ronald very happy with the win, celebrating with his golden trophy. And that is it. Absolutely fantastic racing all the way through the field. I thoroughly enjoyed it. My first time commentating in a couple of years. I enjoyed this racing. So well done to Alex and well done to Kobu for winning their classes respectively. Stay in touch for in my chat on my YouTube channel. But other than that, absolutely fantastic race. What a get! Like I said, congratulations there. Defying there, very proud there with Ronald. Pegasus Racing Team champions there too. But yeah, well done on Ronald Thomas. Barely, made a few mistakes, but hardly any mistakes at all on the track. And that's why. Yeah, I think Ronald was talking about the incident there just at the start of the straights. And yeah, because that was very hell-raising stuff there. But anyways, that'll do for me. Oh, kicked my stool there. But anyways, that'll do for me. I'm gonna have a rest. Be sure to subscribe to the ARC YouTube channel if you want to get, like I said, get involved with this. You can do if you have a Discord. Just try and find ARC Adrenaline Racing Community on Discord. You'll find us there. But until then, it's goodbye. And again, congratulations to Ronald Thomas and Kobu GT. Congratulations to them. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll see you for the next big endurance race or whatever. So until then, see you all later. Bye bye.